another live episode of Beth Talks. Let's see if we could get this straightened out here. Welcome back to another live episode of Beth Talks. Wow, it's been a while. So I'm so glad to be back. Let's see if I can get you up here on the big screen so I could see you as you come in. It's been way too long. I'm excited to tell you guys all about what's been going on in my world today. Happy full moon. Today is March 13th, full moon today. So energies are feeling good today. I hope you guys are feeling good today. And let me see if I could get you on the big screen here. Yay! Awesome. So we're all set. Today is the first day I've been back since my 30-day live challenge. So if you're new to my channel, welcome back to Beth Talks RSM. And oh, nice. Oh, hey, thanks for the love and the likes. Long time no see. If you are just tuning in, please let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love to know. Oops, I didn't want the green screen. So welcome back. And today we're talking about the death of the ego. I wanted to get back into the swing of things. It's been a few weeks since I've been here. Mohammed, welcome back. Yeah, it's been a little while. So I'm going to catch up with you guys, let you know what's been going on in my world and where I'm going to from here. February was a month of reflection, and I spent a lot of time helping out my family, spending time with my grandkids. And February it had its ups and downs for sure. But after my 30-day life challenge, I really just wanted to take some time to really think about, is this something that I really want to stick with? Is doing live streams and growing my YouTube channel and growing my TikTok channel. Gosh, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I hope you guys can hear me. Maybe that's better. If you guys are tuning in, please let me know if the sound is all right, because I don't have any feedback otherwise. So if the sound is coming out all right, let me know. Awesome. So, Mohammed, are you still there? Okay. So I'll just continue. I'm hoping that the sound is fine, because I don't know if it's working well or not, but we're just going to continue on here. So if you've never been to this channel before, this is where I share all the things that help shape my life for the better. I am Beth Hildebrand, the CEO and founder of Resilient Stars Marketing. So digital marketing is what I do for a living online when I'm able to work. However, right now I'm recovering from having chemotherapy last year. So I have been on this journey in the last year of healing. Oh, thank you for the loves and the likes. Awesome. So I've been on this journey of healing and building income streams online. So I wanted to share my story here on YouTube, because I think a lot of people around the world are going through a lot of major changes right now, whether it's in health, business, life, financial. And let me share with you a little bit of what I've been thinking, what been going through since my last live. I really, when you decide to do something publicly online, something that is really tough or really challenging about it is that we're not in the same mood every day. We don't feel like showing up every day and sharing with the world every day. But as I reflected throughout this last few weeks, I really wanted to answer the question to myself whether this is something I really wanted to stick with, something that um, actually adds value to my life as well as adds value to the life of whoever's listening to me right now. And I, since my second diagnosis of cancer, I have really tried hard, and I probably overthink it too much. Tried hard to really find purpose and where I can provide value in the world. And through my story is the most value I have to offer because I've walked a lot of different paths in life. I've done a lot of different things, but most of all, I've come through a lot of challenging times. And I've come out on the other end very resilient. And there's certain things that I do to kind of get me over some really rough and challenging times. So I'm sharing that with you today because our ego, our human ego, tends to hold us back a lot. And the ego is just like fear. It's completely false. What ego is so much of our personality and so much of who we think we are tied up into this box of societal values that we think that come from us. Hi there, Illuminati member is back. I remember you. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you showed up. I know it's been a while, and I, in the future, will tell you this. I will try not to stay away so long, but I really wanted to just, yes, I wanted to check in with myself and see if this is something that is really valuable, really beneficial, not only for me, but for the people who are listening. So I wanted to really kind of plan out some things in my head and try to figure out where I wanted to go with this. And, it's funny, life, we always tend to, especially when times get hard, we always tend to think that we're alone or we're the only ones going through some tough time or whatever. And that's never the case. There's always people around the world who are going through the same kind of stuff that we're going through. So we can all relate to each other. And on some level, we all are very much alike in the way that we want good things in our life. We want to be successful, we want to have our needs met, and we want our family happy. But sometimes our ego gets in the way of that. So I'm talking about balancing the weight of the world with what our ego tells us what we need. And a lot of times our ego might tell us we need XYZ when we really only need ABC. Let me clarify that for you a little bit. So there's a situation a while back that I was going through, and it had to do with money. And I haven't been able to work for a little while, so money is tight. And I was working on a project a while back, a few months back, and I was really hoping that it would result in some kind of success, some kind of payout. And I was very, very disappointed when that project failed. And I'm going to tell you this, and I hope this sticks with you. There is no zero amount of success that has ever come about in anybody's life without failure first. But failure hurts the ego, and it makes us question our abilities, our skills, our value. And when the ego screams that it didn't get what it wants, it can tend to take over our emotionals, and it can tend to, if you're not aware of it, it can affect how you view yourself and how you value yourself within the world. So an ego check is just really just checking in with yourself to say, you know what, that XYZ that I was waiting on, or that widget I was trying to build, or that goal that I was trying to get to, none of it worked out the way that I had hoped, but it worked out better in the end because I learned this lesson, or I came across this resource that I didn't have before my failure. Or what I'm saying here is all roads lead to something bigger than what you expect. And sometimes our ego misleads us into believing that we're not on the right path, or sometimes our ego is telling us that we really need something when we really don't need that at that time. Sometimes, for example, another example, relationships sometimes don't work out in our favor. Sometimes we think that we have a relationship forever, and really it's just for a fraction of time with our lives. But then we find another relationship down the road, and it's even better than what you had ever imagined before. So when it comes to anything to do with ego, our looks, our weight, our money, our idea of success, any of those things are just temporary. And I was reminded in a funny way a while back. I watched a short clip from Jim Carrey, and he's got some way out there, kind of bizarre ideas about life. But some of the things that he says sound silly, but it's very, very true. And he was at the Golden Globes Award. Um, and it was funny. He said he was trying to think of the most meaningless event that he could go to, and the Golden Globes was the most meaningless event he could think of to go to. And I thought that was so funny because people think, oh, Golden Globe Awards is like such a great thing to be noticed and to be awarded, but it's really meaningless. Like all those things, those accolades, and those egoic things. Well, it's good to celebrate when we meet a milestone, of course, but it's all meaningless in the sense that um, this is just a temporary, very small fraction of time compared to the infinity of what we are. We are infinite beings in a very temporary time. And so when those disappointments happen, when those things that our ego was so excited about that didn't happen, um, it's meaningless. It doesn't matter. It, if today was a failure, get up tomorrow and be excited, because yesterday's failures was just a lesson, and it was just another step to get to where you needed to be, and to become the person that truly inspires and creates something good in your life. And you are that creator and in your own life. So when you uh, just know in your heart there is no good or bad in anything, it's just an experience, then you can kind of step back and view that from another point of view where it doesn't affect you so much. And, you can build upon that as an exercise to grow more resilience. When you take your emotional response out of a outcome or or an event or a goal, and you could say, my goal is XYZ, but if XYZ doesn't happen, I'm okay with that because as a result, it was still progress in some way or some other way of looking at it. When you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at really change. And I'm hoping that I'm providing some good value for you today, because this last few weeks I have really had to check my own ego and really go through the thought process of whether the path that I'm on, the goals that I have in place right now, are really coming from a good place in my heart where the outcome of it doesn't really matter, but the value that I provide is the key to my own success. So just showing up here and providing some kind of value and some kind of inspiration and maybe some words of wisdom, that's really all I need to get out of what I'm doing here with you. So I hope that our talks are productive and hopeful. And I'd love to get feedback from you guys when you show up and have a conversation with me. It helps me out just as much as it helps you out. And I have some good, exciting plans going on in the future. I will be incorporating shortly some very helpful tips on how you can make money online, how you can make money with marketing. And also, I'm learning a lot more lately about cryptocurrency and how anybody in the world can get into cryptocurrency and learn enough to make some money there. So that's like, back in 200 years ago when people were just coming to the United States, and there was a big gold rush. Run over here and find your gold. And everybody was moving over to the Americas for freedom and gold and the new world. Well, we are in a new world right now. And the more you learn about it, the more you dig into the knowledge of digital activity, digital currency, digital marketing, anything digital that you can learn about, that's today's gold. So, AI tools and features, we're going to be going over some of those for marketing coming up in the future. I'm so excited about that. So, hang in there with me, you guys. We have a lot of awesome things coming up in the future that is not only just good talks, that tools that you can actually learn from, and education that will help you build income, multiple streams of income, because we live in a completely different world. And now I was born in the 70s, and we were raised that you grow up, you get an education, you get a job, you stick with that job, you retire after giving your entire life to some job, right? Just keep getting your paychecks. We're not living in that kind of world anymore. You can't just go and get a paycheck and expect that that's going to be around forever. We have to be creative. And the challenge with being creative to make money is that we were not taught in our generation, my generation anyways, how to utilize creativity and monetize your own thought process and your own creativity. So in today's world, a paycheck, going to get a job and working for someone else, this is more of a temporary stop. So if you're currently, right now, your only form of income is a paycheck, I highly encourage you to take even just an hour or two out of your time each day or even each week to learn a new skill that has something to do with digital, because your paycheck is never going to be security ever again. The only way to really accomplish financial security is to use your creativity. Become something that stands out in a crowd. Hone in on a skill that defines you in a certain market. And find something that you really love to be passionate about, something that's fun for you, because that is going to be the key of success in anything you do. Now, I can use the example of a job where you work for a paycheck, because if you take somebody that is an employee of a company and they really love their job, they tend to be really good at it. They're having fun, they enjoy what they're doing. But if you take somebody that hates their job and has to drag themselves out of bed and make themselves go to the office and hate themselves all day for being there, that person is probably not going to be really productive. You hate your job, you've got to find something else to do, because today's world requires your creativity in order for you to be passionate and successful in anything you do. And those values were not ingrained in us growing up, as far as for me, anyways. The values that were instilled in us is that you learn something at school and you do as you're told. Well, now to be successful in today's world, you have to be a little bit of a rebel. You can't be in a little box where you were taught to do as you're told. You have to get outside of the box that you were raised in order to expand your knowledge. And you have to do things that are a little bit scary in order to do that. And you have to kill your ego in order to get to that point. So that's all I got for today. I hope you guys got some good value out of today's talk. Um, I I don't have a lot of comments today. But yes, Illuminati member. Nowadays, everyone is facing some kind of problems in life. And the more resilient that we can become as uh, a community of humanity around the world, the more resilient we are, the more we can kill the ego, the more we can become creative beings. These are the things that are going to forge our future into new, higher levels of being better human beings and being who we were really meant to be. We have the most creative brains in all the world. So why were we given that gift if we weren't supposed to use it, right? So be creative and don't just settle for a paycheck. Funny and insightful, mental fortitude and perseverance. Yes. And in order to persevere in anything, you have to kill your ego in order to do that. Because I'm telling you, if you've never done it before, you never tried to build a business and start something on your own, the people that are closest to you are going to doubt you more than anybody. And that's where your test is going to come in. Because in the beginning, when you're trying to create something, that you're passionate about, you're going to be the only one that is going to see that. The people around you are going to see that you're trying to change into something else, and they're going to have a little bit of fear in that. So it's a little bit of a lonely journey when you start off doing something new, because you're going to be the only one that believes in it, and you have to believe in it enough and be passionate enough about that thing that's going to keep you going even through the times where you doubt yourself and you don't know if you really want to do it or if you have the knowledge or the skill to do it. There's going to be a lot of dips, a lot of peaks and valleys, and there's going to be a lot of testing going on. And the closer you get to achieving your goals, the more you're going to be tested. So drop the ego, increase the resilience, and be creative. Let's see, Pawn, good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I'm so happy to see some of my people. I was really worried because I haven't been here in so long. I was worried that some of my people might not come back. So I'm so happy to see you guys coming back from when I was doing this before. So I know it's only been 3 weeks, but in YouTube time, that can be it forever. Pawn, I'm doing good. Do you remember? Of course, I remember you, Pawn. And funny, insightful, but most successful people are egoists. Elon Musk, Kanye West, Jeff Bezos, politicians, they all have a huge ego that makes them self-confident. How do you reconcile that with the concept of no ego? That's a very good point, and I can answer that. So, yeah, and you could probably say that people like Elon Musk, Kanye West, Jeff Bezos, Trump, all these super successful people in the world, you could say, yes, they have a big ego, if you look at it that way. But is it their ego that's talking, or is it just confidence in their knowledge? Because there's a big difference. When you have a big ego and you're full of yourself, you don't always have the knowledge to back it up. So there's a fine line, a difference in there between ego and self-confidence. Because when you're confident in something, you have the knowledge to back up what you're saying. When you're just playing the ego, you're boosting more than you have, I guess is a good way to say it. You're bloating with more knowledge than you actually can offer other people. So Elon Musk, I don't know about Kanye West, but Jeff Bezos, Trump, and the list goes on and on. Super successful people. What makes them different is that they're very confident at the knowledge that they have, and they've been proven right multiple times. So why other people might see them as egoic narcissist is not necessarily true. What you're seeing is somebody that's very confident in the knowledge that they carry, and they know that they can lead other people through that knowledge. So I hope that's a good explanation. Yes. Thank you for the heart likes, Pawn. You're awesome. Oh, thank you, Pawn. Well, I can't see you, but I'm sure you're looking lovely as well. And this concludes my live for today. You guys, I'm going to do my best to be here on weekdays, Monday through Friday, 1:11 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. I'm going to do my best. So I'll be back here tomorrow at 1:11. I'm going to end this live today, and I'm going to hop on to TikTok. And I know you guys here in India don't have access to TikTok, but those of you who can, join me on TikTok. It's a little bit different on TikTok. It's more of a consciousness streaming. Not a lot of people talk, so if those of you who can follow me on TikTok, you guys have great conversations with me. TikTok people aren't so eager to talk. It's a little weird over there, but I'm going over there anyways. It's the same username, Beth Talks RSM. Hopping over to TikTok, I'll be on there 2:22 Eastern every day, Monday through Friday. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm so happy some of my people are here again that I met before. So I look forward to talking to you guys again. Today is only Thursday, so I'll be back tomorrow. Why are you angry with me, Pawn? Because I'm waiting for Indian Color Festival. Ollie, I can't come yet. What month is Ollie? What month is the Color Festivals anyways? I don't know if I could come this year unless it's like towards the end of the year maybe, but we'll see. Don't be mad at me because I'll be there. Eventually, I'm going to make it to India, Pond, to the Festival of Colors and celebrate Ollie with you. So that's all I have for today, you guys, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, and we'll see where this goes. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out. Stay strong, stay resilient, and most of all, stay kind. Oh, today's Ollie. Oh, a happy Ollie. Enjoy your Festival of Colors. I look forward to seeing you next March then. I'll be there then. Next year, 2026. Fingers crossed. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.